Let's go mow some hay. That's the first hay mowed for 2025. I got 3 days to make hay. Beautiful day today. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty nice as well, and Monday is a little bit cloudy, so I don't know how this is going to go. This field was actually really thick, which is a good thing. A lot of hay in here. I'm going to be disappointed if I can't get it dry enough. However, if I don't get it dry enough for horse hay, I think I can still get it at least down to 25-30%. Put the Silo King on it, and it'll be all right for the steers, and we'll just feed it to the steers. Well, I guess we're gonna test out the tedder. I got 3 days to make hay, like I mentioned. The first field I mowed here at home should definitely dry, and that'll make some decent, actually pretty nice horse hay. Some of that grass was really short and really leafy. And then the other field that I just mowed, that a lot heavier alfalfa, that stuff's gonna be a test to see if we can get that dry. Fortunately, we got this bigger tedder this year. This is why we got it, so that we could be more efficient with our drying. And when we have shorter weather windows like this, we can cover more acres faster. If we need to ted stuff twice, even though I don't like doing that on alfalfa, if I have to, I can do it fast and efficient with a bigger tedder. I don't like working on Sundays. I don't normally do it. The Bible says you should have a day of rest. Sunday's normally my day of rest, but hay season, I kind of run into these situations where Sunday is the one of the days of the week where you need to make hay because weather windows only allow for certain days to make hay. So I tedded a few acres here today. I tedded the new seeding here at home. This part of the field is pretty light, so it'll definitely be ready to bale tomorrow. There's a lot of thicker stuff down on that side of the hill, so I'm going to ted it again in the morning. I got the tractor ready to go, so as soon as the dew burn off, we're going to hit it hard. Then I tedded the alfalfa field down the road. It was a lot drier than I expected when I was over there, and I'm hoping that the sun and the wind will continue to dry it down today. And then we got tomorrow yet, which is again another good drying day. We got to utilize every hour that we can get. However, I have kind of a project I'm doing right now. As you can see, my bed rails are pretty much shot. Especially that one. That was not going to pass inspection, and it's a May inspected truck, and it needs to be inspected this month. It is May 10th today, I believe. No, 11th. So I got some time to get this thing fixed. The bed rails are sitting on the front porch. I just got to go grab them, but we got to get these bed rails off. It's gonna be a project. Morning again. It's a wonderful day to bale some hay. Great sunshine, not too many clouds, a good breeze, and it's warm. Mowed hay 2 days ago, and it's dried down quite a bit in the last 2 days. We've had some great weather for drying hay, but there's still a little bit to go on it. So my plan here this morning around 10 o'clock, once the dew has burnt off completely and we've let the hay dry for a little bit, we're gonna ted the grass hay one more time. I debated tedding the alfalfa a third time. I just don't feel comfortable doing it because I'm gonna just destroy that alfalfa basically. Till then, we're gonna get the wagons ready. We're gonna pump the tires up, the ones that are flat. Pops right off. This thing hasn't run in like 3 months. Just about 1:30 here. I got the baler ready to go. I just got to hook it up to a wagon, and the rake is up there hooked up ready to go. So whenever I think it's go time, we're going to start raking, but we're probably going to start at the other field. It looked like it was drier than this field somehow. I don't know why, but did a twist test over there and it looked better. This stuff feels super dry. I mean, it's super crunchy, as you can tell. But if we get into some of this stuff, if we find some of these thicker stems, here's an alfalfa stem. It's not waxy. Like the alfalfa stem has actually cured out, which I think is why that other field looked better than this field did. This field has a lot more grass and some pretty stemmy orchard grass. So if I can find a spot where there was some stemmy orchard grass, here's a stem of grass, and it is still a little bit waxy right there. And that's gonna cause moisture. So I just don't know. Like you can kind of see it too. Still kind of got that moisture green look to it, and that is still very waxy. So seems super, super dry, but I figure in a few hours, this stuff will be close to ready. I mean, if it's 18, 19%, you throw the stuff to it, I think it'll cure fine. And again, I've been wrong many times before. This field seems to have progressed pretty nicely. I'm gonna check some of this stuff here first before I get too carried away with raking. Take a clump, twist. I think this stuff is ready to bale almost. Well, signs of rain are starting to show up, so I guess it's time to get baling here. I have one pass to go to rake around the field at home. I'm having a terrible issue with the case right now. It's having fuel issues again. Typical problem with that tractor. That tractor's a great tractor except for the fuel. It's always a problem. This hay looks awfully nice, but we won't know how nice it is until we test it. 30-pound bale, maybe a little tighter would be nice. What's the moisture reading? That's temperature. Allow. Oh, well, that's not good. Must have been a fluke or a wet flake. Wow, that's pretty dry. Let's test a bunch of them though. Test across the grain so you get the best contact with your moisture tip. That's still pretty good. Probe through the edge of the bale here. That's gonna be a wet one. You can feel the flake. It's wet. Hey, but that's still dry. Goes one load, and I got number 2 up here. Drove that to the bottom of the hill because it's kind of sketchy. Anyway, oh man, I'm out of shape. I have to run. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the first official hay harvest of the season. If you recall, a few months ago, I had talked about doing some wrapping or hay wrapping, specifically the field down by the barn. And that was the plan all up until about maybe a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. As the spring progressed, the hay looked better and better. Now, it wasn't super thick. There were a few weeds in spots, but a lot of the alfalfa and a lot of the grass that we'd planted had finally come in. And it was actually looking pretty decent. It just needed some nitrogen. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make small bales. We're gonna make horse hay off of this. It's gonna be a little bit better bang for our buck. I knew it was gonna be tricky because I knew I only had a 3-day window. As you can see by the sky behind me, today is Monday evening, and they're calling for rain tonight and all day tomorrow, and a lot of just off and on rain over the next like 2 weeks almost. And I knew that this was probably gonna be one of my only weather windows right now. Right now there's no weather window for making hay, and this was my only one. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna take a risk, and I'm glad I took a risk. I got a nice wagon of hay behind me here. A beautiful pile back there. I mean, look how green that is. That is last year's second cutting, baled a little bit on the wet side. So it's discolored, it's brown, and that is dry first cutting. That is awesome. I'm so happy with that. There's a few wet bales to be expected with first cutting. There's some, some bales are really dry, but might have like a flake or a wet spot in them. We put plenty of Silo King on, so it should help cure any wetness and stem moisture that's in these bales. I do expect some of them to maybe get a little discolored or something. That's just something normal with first cutting. I'm used to it. You can't really avoid it. This wagon right here was the field right down here by the house. It was testing between 15 and 20% moisture, so a little bit more on the wetter side, whereas the other field that was thicker and more alfalfa was actually testing 10 to 15. So just location difference. That's the whole reason that was drier and this was wetter. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of the extra effort I put into this video. I tried to bring the GoPro with me a little bit, get some cool time-lapse stuff. If you enjoy that, let me know in the comments. I'll try to get that GoPro out for more things. Most of the time I'm filming with my phone because that's, there's a lot that's going on the hay side of things. And I love making YouTube videos, and my phone is really the only thing I can use to film sometimes. But having a GoPro there actually made it a little easier for me because I didn't have to worry about pulling my phone out. Just got to keep track of a GoPro and make sure it doesn't fall off the tractor. Because you can see that my mount is zip tied together because the clip is broke back here. But I did that for you guys. I want to make good content. So let me know if you like that GoPro, if you want to see more of it. Leave a like if you like the video. See you in the next one.